the top strategy games right now. Welcome to Gaming Clash. If you enjoy this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. Strategy is the quintessential PC genre, keeping us buried in maps, army lists, and build orders since the earliest days of PC gaming. And it's one of the most diverse, catering to everyone from hardcore grognards to people who just want to see Gandhi, nuke Montezuma. In this list, you'll find everything from fast-paced competitive RTS games to long-burn 4X romps. If you want history, we've got it. Sci-fi? Yep, a few of them. Fantasy too. In the case of series with multiple entries, we've picked what we feel was the best game to play now. We might feature more than one entry from the same series if we think they're different enough that you might benefit from playing both. Number 5. Sins of a Solar Empire. Sins of a Solar Empire captures some of the scope of a 4X strategy game but makes it work within an RTS framework. This is a game about star-spanning empires that rise, stabilize, and fall in the space of an afternoon, and particularly about the moment when the vast capital ships of those empires emerge from hyperspace above half-burning worlds. Diplomacy is an option too, of course, but also giant spaceships. Play the Rebellion expansion to enlarge said spaceships to ridiculous proportions. After years of waiting, a sequel is finally on the horizon, thankfully. Sins of a Solar Empire 2 can already be played in early access for those who pre-order it. Number 4. Stellaris. Stellaris takes an everything-in-the-kitchen sink approach to the Space 4X. It's got a dose of EU4, Paradox's grand strategy game, but applied to a sci-fi game that contains everything from robotic uprisings to aliens living in black holes. It arguably tries to do too much and lacks the focus of some of the other genre greats. But as a celebration of interstellar sci-fi, there are none that come close. It's a liberating sandbox designed to generate a cavalcade of stories as you guide your species and empire through the stars, meddling with their genetic code, enslaving aliens, or consuming the galaxy as a ravenous hive of cunning insects. Number 3. Endless Legend. Fantasy 4X Endless Legend is proof that you don't need to sacrifice story to make a compelling 4X game. Each of its asymmetrical factions sports all sorts of unique and unusual traits, elevated by story quests featuring some of the best writing in any strategy game. The Broken Lords, for instance, are vampiric ghosts living in suits of armor, wrestling with their dangerous nature, while the Necrophage is a relentless force of nature that just wants to consume, ignoring diplomacy in favor of complete conquest. Including the expansions, there are 13 factions, each blessed or cursed with their own strange quirks. Faction design doesn't get better than this. Number 2. Age of Wonders Planetfall. Pick an Age of Wonders and you really can't go wrong. If sci-fi isn't your thing, absolutely give Age of Wonders 3 a try, but it's Age of Wonders Planetfall that's got us all hot and bothered at the moment. Set in a galaxy that's waking up after a long period of decline, you've got to squabble over a lively world with a bunch of other ambitious factions that run the gamut from dinosaur-riding Amazons to psychic bugs. The methodical empire building is a big improvement over its fantastical predecessors, benefiting from big changes to its structure and pace. But just as engaging are the turn-based tactical battles between highly customizable units. Stick lasers on giant lizards, give everyone jetpacks, and nurture your heroes like they're RPG protagonists. There's so much fiddling to do, and it's all great. Number 1. Company of Heroes 3. Every Company of Heroes game is worth your time. But I'm popping the latest in here because it's a mammoth of a game and blessed with the series' most impressive battles. 2 campaigns, 4 factions, 14 multiplayer maps. And that's just at launch. It's likely going to grow from there. Admittedly, Relic's experiments with its dynamic campaign haven't panned out, largely because the Nazis don't seem very interested in fighting back as you liberate the map of Italy. The turn-based campaign still has a lot to offer though. But what you're really playing it for are the exceptional, explosive, and diverse real-time battles. Across Italy and North Africa, a more traditional linear campaign, you've got an absurd number of units to play with, and each company can have a dramatic impact on the tactics you deploy to win the day. dropping paratroopers behind enemy lines for a surprise attack, covering battlefields in smoke so your men can charge into trenches under cover, terrifying tank assaults and artillery strikes and air strikes and naval bombardments that completely terraform sleepy Italian towns and desert war zones. It's glorious chaos. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about the top strategy games right now. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for content just like it.